Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another house building video. In this part we're finishing up the tiny houses. There's been 2 episodes before this. In the first one I built the entire structure of the houses, so basically just the house itself. In the second one I decorated the first and second house, and in this part we're finishing up all of the decorations, basically finishing up these houses. So I'm decorating house 3 and 4 in this part. And as I said last time, there's 4 houses and I wanted to make 4 different sizes of households that can live in the different houses. So I built one house for 1 person, 1 house for 2 people, whatever, 1 for 3 and 1 for 4. We already built the 3 and the 2, so now I'm building the 1, and after this I will building the 4. And brace yourself for a second, because the 4th one is kind of a joke. Obviously it's just way too tiny to actually fit in enough space to have 4 people live there. It's possible, it doesn't look good. It's honestly, it was just kind of like a weird challenge and a joke. Don't think that I think that looks good. What? Not sure. It's really late at night. I mean, I usually record Let's Plays at this time. I never really do voiceover, so that's a new thing. Okay, so the story I have in mind for this house, obviously it's the house where 1 person lives, and this person really likes modern technology and likes to watch TV and likes to be on the computer and everything like that. It also really likes, I think it's he, I'm not sure. I just feel like male person would be living there. I don't know why. And he also really likes to be alone, so he sort of bought this tiny house all for himself, to put a massive TV in and a computer, and just have, you know, on the weekends when he doesn't really have to do anything, he just goes here and just watches TV and plays games and stuff like that. So there's 2 TVs in this house and a computer. There isn't anything like that in any of the other houses, because I thought it would be funny, because the other houses are more a place to get away from all of the technology and your daily life, and this person just wants to have more time of that and not be disturbed or anything like that. I think that's really fun. Just build different houses. I had a chance to decorate 4 houses differently and I took it, so I wanted this house to be more of a modern look. I did choose to put a double bed in here, so I guess technically there could still be 2 people living here. There's probably enough room for 2 people to be here too, but the story I had in mind was for 1 person. But maybe he gets a girlfriend or a boyfriend or just a friend he wants to invite over, and then he can do that. I don't really think that if you have enough room for double beds, I don't really know many people who would go for a non-double bed if they had the chance, you know? I mean, I have a single bed, but that's just because I've had that for a really long time. I want a double bed. It's just, you know, one of those, I don't know, it's not really a thing here. I know that in the United States, in America, people get a double bed really, really quickly, like a queen size or king size even. It's a little big, but I know people get that pretty quickly. But here in the Netherlands we mostly just stick with our like single beds until we get a boyfriend or a girlfriend who wants to stay over. That's sort of the thing that happens here. But I went to America and we had hotel rooms where we had queen size beds, and I even slept in a king size bed once, and it's kind of nice, you know, having room to roll over to the other side or leave your phone next to you or your laptop or anything. You don't need to put it away. I don't know, it was nice. So I want to save up for a double bed. This is such a random thing to tell you about, but I guess I'm doing it. This was the quickest house to decorate out of all of them, which makes sense because there's only one person living here, so there was no pressure to fit all of it in. I guess there wasn't with the 2 people either, but that required a lot of decorating because there were lots of candles around. But this one was really quick. Also, modern is pretty easy for me. Worse at the whole traditional thing, because modern doesn't really require a lot. It's okay to leave a lot of open space, because then it looks more clean, which in my head means it looks more modern. I don't know, just feel like clean and very square and just, I guess, not cluttered at all. That is what modern is to me. Okay, so the last couple of days or maybe even weeks, I've been sort of working on creating new series or sort of transforming things into different series, or having other series stop on my channel. I just wanted sort of a new look on everything. So for example, this house building series didn't used to exist. I only did house building challenges. I never really did a normal house build, and then all of a sudden I really got the urge to just build a house, so this series was created. But I was wondering, what is your favorite series on my channel? If you don't know, I do legacy challenges, I do a city living let's play, I do house buildings, and I do creative sims. I have different challenges in creative sims, I do CC shopping. There's lots of things I do, but I will choose 5 of them because I don't have enough room. You can only do 5 answers, so I will pick 5 of my series, and I'm very curious to see what series out of those 5 is your favorite. So you can vote in the eye in the corner. Okay, so now the fun and ridiculous part begins. The last house, which is meant for 4 people. So the first thing I thought was, well, obviously I can fit 4 places to sleep upstairs. I was wrong, but you'll see that in a second. So I need to fit at least 1 bed downstairs. And that was a bit of a problem because I tried to put it under the stairs. I was like, that's a nice space. We never use that unless we want to put in a couch or something like that. We don't really use that, so let's put a bed under there and just call it like, you know, when you're in like a really small house or really small space and you have a couch that also functions as a bed. That's what I was going for, but I tested it out and it wouldn't work. So you'll see some weird cuts in this part of the build because I don't want to make you watch something that's just going to be deleted in the end because it didn't work. So there's lots of trial and error. I will leave some of it in just to have you see what kind of thought process was going on in my head and the sort of things I tried. But in the end, I did a completely different thing. Like I said, I was wrong about not having 4 beds, 4 sleeping places upstairs. You can actually do that. It's a weird situation, but I did it. So you'll see how I do that in a little while. Okay, so one of the things I had to do for this house was actually get a sim in here and try some stuff out in live mode or live mode. We're still not sure on how to pronounce that in the whole Sims community. I say live mode usually. But anyway, I tested some things out. I started working on the upstairs area because I don't know, it wasn't working and I didn't know how to fix that. So you see me try some things, and first of all I tried to, if she could get into a bed if there was a door there. She couldn't. Then tried to use the open door. That's sort of more like a hole than it is a door. I don't know what that is called, but I tried that. It didn't work. So the only thing that did work was have a little bit of a wall next to the bed, but have an open space next to that. So I was thinking, what can I do to cover that up to give Sims some privacy? And what I came up with was actually put a curtain there. Obviously, it's not closed, actually tried it out, as you can see now. My game was being very slow, so it took me some time, but you can actually get into the bed fine. So you can also scoot over, so there can be 2 Sims sleeping right there. And well, the curtain isn't closed, but you can just imagine people closing it when the time to sleep comes. So then the problem was, how can I fit a second bed in here, a second double bed? That wasn't working. So I was like, how can I get this into a space that is working and 2 Sims can sleep there? So I tried overlapping 2 beds. That didn't work. I tried to put them next to each other. That didn't work. And in the end, I ended up putting a bed over the gap where the stairs are. And that did work. So basically I got 4 sleeping places, so 2 double beds in the upstairs area, which is really nice because that means 4 Sims can sleep here. It looks ridiculous. I would never decorate a house like this if it wasn't a challenge. Sorry, my laptop is almost shutting down because it's low on battery, so I had to put in my charger. I don't know if you could hear that, but I turned away from the mic a little bit. But I did the exact same thing. I just made a little wall section there and I put a curtain over it, so we have 2 places to sleep. If this was real life, I would at least put a sort of like a fence over the stairs area so you don't fall down. It isn't. They won't fall down because that's not a thing that happens in The Sims. But that's basically it for this video. I'm just finishing up. I put a couch downstairs so they can actually sit somewhere. I put 2 little those things down there, so 4 people, or 1 actually, so a 3 people couch and 1 person, whatever that is. But then this video is already over, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing me create these tiny houses, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.